PurvisJMFT learner for class 5101. We're here to do some preliminary interviews. Again, I'm Janine Purvis. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Ermia Lane, and I am the lady of the house.
My name is Alistair Lane, and I'm the man of the house.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, I want you guys to relax, and I'm just going to ask you a few questions, okay? And I want you to be as honest and as forthright as you can be, okay? Okay, to both of you, thank you so much for allowing me this opportunity to interview you, okay? I would like to begin with Al. Al, how are you doing in college?
It's been going great so far. I always thought college would be like how the movies say. You're rushing at night trying to type a term paper when you know the next morning if you don't have it, you're going to end up getting kicked out of college and your parents might end up mad at you. You end up as some bum in the middle of nowhere. But it's not as bad as you think.
Good. Okay, so describe a perfect day at school. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate a perfect day?
No class, I'm in the library, and I get to go on the internet all day.
That would be a perfect day to you?
That's a perfect day in class on a scale of 10. It's always 10.
It's always 10? Yeah. So in contrast, how would you rate a not so perfect day?
My Tuesdays and Thursday classes for the past 3 years that I've always had to go to 4 classes all the time. So it's only been till 3:45 in the afternoon.
So you would rate that as?
5. I know I have to do it, and some of the classes are quite good, but I don't want to get up so early in the morning.
Okay. So, can you tell me, Ermia Lane, can you tell me what you consider as your best personality trait and why?
I think my best personality trait is the fact that I can make friends very easily. I'm a chatty person. I think I'm well-read, and so I can form a conversation and we can talk, and before you leave, I think I have a friend. So I think it's the fact that I can really make a friend very quickly.
Okay. Al, back to you. Can you share with us a memorable experience that you've had?
I suppose when we came into Georgia was something of a memorable experience. First I didn't like it, but it became more okay as time passed on. Me and Mom were together.
That's right. Okay. So what are some of your career goals, Al?
I suppose after I graduate college, I want to do something with my English degree or go on to graduate school. I have to get a job with the economy and how the way it's going. But then I want to try for law school.
Okay. Whose idea is it for law?
My mother's.
Your mother's? Okay. Would you agree to that?
Yes, I would, because I think his English degree, it's either he would have to be either a teacher or a writer or something, and I think a more practical thing would be to go to law school. But he's been talking about writing, so perhaps he can combine the two and go to law school and still perhaps get some kind of book done or something of the sort.
Okay, what about you? Where do you see yourself a year from now?
A year from now, I see myself back teaching high school, because that is my dream. And perhaps going on to do another degree in education. What that degree is, maybe a specialist or maybe trying for a PhD, but a year from now, that's where I see myself.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, what does it mean to be independent now?
Being independent would mean you have your own place, you're not beholden to anyone. You want to help people because you want to, not because you're being obligated to.
Do you see yourself as being independent now?
Not really that much. I still have to stay with my mom.
Okay. What does it mean to you for Al to be independent?
For me, for Al to be independent would mean, for one, that Al can take care of himself financially, socially, that he has a place of his own, that he has employment, gainful employment, and that he's able to get around driving. For me, that would be his independence, that he would gainfully employed and on his own.
Okay. What about you, Al? What do you see yourself 5 years
see myself in an apartment, at a job, going to graduate school probably. Having a roommate probably, because these days you need one to pay everything with. Basically doing what any person does when they graduated from college. They either decide to just go into the working world, just make it there, or go back to college. Most are going back to college now because you need a bigger degree to thing.
Share with us, describe your recent driving experience.
It was okay. I'd gotten used to it when I took a summer course. The teachers there were okay. It's just that all the paperwork though, they should have spent us, I know we should be doing our own driving, but they should have been spending more time doing that with us instead of all that paperwork.
What about this experience?
This experience was good.
What made it good?
I got to drive a truck.
Oh, can you tell us about that?
It was a lot like driving the Saturn we have outside. It's not as bad, not very bad though. It's probably because that truck is very old because it belonged to when we had it for a long time. But it was good.
Are you making plans to drive now, getting your license?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes? Okay, so you build up some confidence?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. How would you rate your ability to get along with family on a scale of 1 to 10? Now,
7.
about 7? Okay. What about strangers? How would you rate that?
Also a 7.
Also 7?
You give me that look. What are you
No,
doing?
I'm sorry. You know, you're Miss Purvis' stuff with you.
Okay. Okay, Miss
The editing.
Mom is perplexed about your response. You want to elaborate on that?
Yes, I want to elaborate on that. I don't think, I think Alice is a very reserved kid, and it takes a while for him to make a friend, but once you find out he's a friend, he's a great friend. But I think a lot of time, I think he's shy, doesn't make that first move. And that certainly is not from my DNA, because I talk to a lamppost if they give me a chance.
So
But I
on a
think he's
scale
shy.
of 1 to 10, would you rate him as far as making friends with strangers?
No, I won't rate him a 7.
What would you rate him?
I would rate Al about a 4.
A 4?
Below a 5, because I don't think 50% of the time he tries to make the first move. Finally, if he finds out there's a reason for them to get involved, they find that he's a very, nice person to have as a friend, but he will take the first step. So I think it's less than 50% of the time.
So would you say that he gets his friendliness from you or from his dad?
His lack of friendliness from his dad. Yes, because his dad was a very reserved person, and it would take a while for him to make a friend too. But once he did, he would have that friend for life. But his lack of that friendliness, that would be from his dad.
Would you like to describe, how can you describe your relationship with your dad?
It was good. He was always there for me. He never wanted for anything. It was it wasn't me.
How would you rate their relationship?
I think Alan and Lou lived for each other. Yes, I think it was all about Al. Once Al got older, it was, I think I even took second place because it was about Al, whatever was happening in Al's life. But that was fine with me because I don't think I'm such a needy person, right? And so I love the fact that the two of them had that special bond, Dad and Al. And they eventually also had a love for music, and they would be talking about different era of music and all of that I was not a part of. And I choose not to be a part of it for the special reason that I wanted them to have something special. And I only knew one singer. I would just call her name all the time. Is that Anaheim Steamroller? And they would be like, what? But Alan is that really enjoyed each other, about especially the music and that type of thing, and the fact that they traveled each other each day, every day. The two of them would be going to school or back. He would be driving him back and forth to school. So that
You
was
didn't
something special that I was not a part of.
Would you agree with that?
Yes, I
You
would.
and your dad had a special relationship? Did you try any time to bring your mom into the twosome? It was you and your dad? What about you and your mom?
We've always gotten along. She's always been there for me. Always pushed me to be better than I could be.
Okay. Do you miss your dad?
Yeah. Yes, it was completely sudden. When my dad had gone to the hospital, I thought it'd just be they find out what's wrong with him, he'd be back, maybe a bit weaker, but still back home.
How does your mother know when you are upset about something?
I really don't know about that.
Do you share with her? Do you talk to her
A little.
a little? How do you handle when you're upset over something?
I just sort of wait for it to go away or something.
Don't talk.
Does he share?
Doesn't talk about it. And a lot of times I get that he's upset because he gets quiet. Even though it's just the two of us, we do have the yelling of what you doing, that make fun of. But if he gets upset, he gets very quiet. He goes into his room, and he doesn't talk about it. He doesn't share a lot of his emotions, as I can tell from now. By now, I can see more and more that he doesn't share his emotions because I don't think he has. I don't think he has even shared his emotions about the way he feels about the loss of his dad. Right? I think there's still a lot of privateness about that with him. So, and that's sometimes how, in terms of when he gets upset, he just goes into his room and I let it be. But since his dad passed, I kind of go behind him to find out what it is because I think that is something that I have to kind of do a little bit of digging.
Do you mind when mom digs a little bit?
A little, but I know she knows. I love you.
Okay, let's see. Okay. Do you blame anybody for your?
No.
For your dad's death?
No. Don't want to say our doctors, our first doctors at family practice partners, they're idiots. I don't mind me for saying that.
No.
They are complete idiots.
It's
This
okay
could have
to
been
express.
solved completely at the beginning if they just found what was wrong with them.
Do you find that, how do you express the grief over what has happened?
I always said you had to move on when bad stuff happened. So I'm just moving on right now.
Maybe in your books, with your books.
Yeah.
Maybe buried it in your books. I think so.
What is your idea of a perfect girlfriend? Al?
None.
None? You don't have any idea?
No.
Have you ever considered dating? No, not yet?
No.
No? What about you, Miss Lane? What do you think would be a nice girl for him?
I think it would be somebody that would have the patience to know that he's a great guy, but you've got to work with him. A diamond in the rough, but you've got to work with him. Somebody that would be, I would think somebody that would be a little outgoing, so that they would counter Al's shyness. I certainly would like somebody at his level of education, because I think after a while you would kind of outgrow each other if you can't keep up. That would be my just a very somebody that's caring, somebody that's caring and has a lot of empathy, because somebody that cares for him in a special way. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.